Wooks and Warlocks contains sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and as such is intended for adults. Listener discretion is advised. Content warning in the description, bro.
Wake up and rage, the Wooks have the stage. What in the world was Xantor thinking? Trace Keenos have been booted from the bus and there's no clear way home. Time to hitch another ride and become the Wook in the world of Warlocks.
Round and around in the tunnel when it's dark we go.
Hello and welcome to Wooks and Warlocks, a role-playing tour through the summer of love. In this podcast, we will be playing out a story of adventure and magic using dice and skills to determine the outcomes of our actions. My name is Trey Miller, and I will play the role of Game Master for this journey. I am joined by 6 of the finest folks to roll the dice. Please introduce yourselves and your characters.
My name's Tony Ryan. I'm playing Xantor, the Bugfolk Drake Warden.
I am Joshua Fox, and I will be playing Brody Malone, man, the bard with
I am Vanessa Suchek, and I will be playing Remy Riz, the Ratfolk Rogue.
My name is John Lombardi. I'll be playing Elijah Woodstone, the Elkfolk Farm Wizard.
My name is Jessie Bennett. I will be playing Granny Glinda. She's a half foxfolk, half orc rogue fighter.
And I am Norland, the good boy, and I will be playing Lawson Williams McClure.
On our last adventure with Trace Keenos, tragedy struck when the Fuzz alerted to the happenings at the Rooster Ranch, came in hot in pursuit of the Happy Tricksters and company. The Happy Tricksters hopped into their van and left in a haste, beginning to elude the Fuzz, but not quite completely, as a small contingent of officers did manage to keep up with the tricksters traveling down the road towards the gathering. In the dark of night, the crew attempted to put off the police, with Elijah using his transmutation magic to cause the cars to flip, go off-road, cease functioning. Xantor, caught in a fit of madness, perhaps inspired by the barbarian bathtub crank he injected earlier in the evening, climbed to the roof, and as everyone screamed to him not to shoot at the Fuzz officers, to only shoot at their tires, Xantor assured them, of course, he would not shoot the Fuzz, and then released a bolt straight into the head of one of the pursuing officers. He then attempted to deceive those below about his actions, and in response, Harry Frills, an ex-officer himself, curled into a ball of confusion, and, well, King Kenzie told Trace Keenos they were no longer welcome on the Happy Tricksters bus, and left them on the side of the road to fend for themselves. The crew did travel and rest for the evening, and awaken not far from the road, where they saw a hitchhiker flagging down a passing bus. The group chose to join the hitchhiker, getting on the bus, which said that it was bound for the gathering. And quick-thinking Elijah Woodstone transmuted his shape and used patchouli to disguise Trace Keenos as regular Wooks as they attempted to catch a ride to the next stop on their journey. We rejoin our crew as they take their first steps onto Billy Bison's Bison Family bus. They look forward as they walk up the stairs into the classic school bus style, paint-covered, message-ridden hippie bus. And as they look up, the driver of the bus is a bearded, wizardly human wearing a large hat with horns on it made to resemble a bison. And he hollers as the crew enters the bus. Well, come on now, y'all. Welcome to Billy Bison's Bison Family Bus. Now, I'm going to need y'all to go get a seat, and I'm going to take us on to the gathering because we're on a mission to get that good book. And as he says, they're on a mission to get that good book, everyone in the bus starts cheering. Well, everyone except perhaps 3 individuals. Roll for perception, everyone.
I have advantage on perception for Ramirez.
Rolled a 9.
I got a dirty 20.
14.
It is... What'd you get, Norland?
13.
9.
Xantor is having technical roll difficulties.
Xantor's not seeing anything currently.
Granny Glenda, your well, let's see if he gets a nat 20. It was an 18. So, with your dirty 20, Glenda, you are the first to notice 3 individuals on the bus that are quite familiar to you. Remy Riz, Norland the Good Boy, and Brody Malone.
Hey, Elijah and Shithead. I think those are our friends over there.
Elijah, like, kind of blows past the guy, like, talking on the bus, and just immediately, like, sits down and faces forward, and he's holding his breath because he's having, like, a bit of a reaction to the patchouli oil, and it stink. And so it's like, as Granny talks to him, he, like, turns around and smiles, but his, like, eyes are watering, and his, like, nose is snotting again, and he's, like, clearly uncomfortable and, like, holding his breath and turns forward. He puts, like, a thumbs up, turns back around, and faces forward.
So... Xantor, do you go to greet your friends?
He just looks at Granny and he's like puts his head down a little bit. Xantor's kind of like pissed off and disheveled currently.
Granny Glenda is gonna make her way over to the friends after pointing them out to the...
There are seats on the bus next to them. As you move through, you see that this bus is filled to the brim with dirty, tattered clothes wearing folk of all backgrounds and species. It is a cornucopia of Lundian culture from the Wookish side. The smell, as Elijah has mentioned, is quite overbearing, and as you attempt to pass through the cloud of Wookish area, I'm going to need you to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you can handle the patchouli.
Can I also roll for attempting to make friends with whoever stranger I sat next to?
Sure, yeah.
14 for my con roll.
Xantor got 11.
All right, so you guys, Xantor, you're struggling and kind of coughing a little bit.
Is it a con save or just a con roll?
The con save.
Saving throw?
Nice. Glenda, you're what'd you get?
14.
So Glenda and Elijah, you're able to settle your stomach pretty quickly. Elijah and Glenda, you're used to this sort of thing from your time working with noxious chemicals. It's not that big of a deal to you. You're able to push back to the back and find Norland and Remy and Brody. You trying to make friends with the person you're next to?
Yeah, what do I need to roll to make friends?
I mean, I guess just make a charisma check. You look to your right, and there is a cat person who is sort of patchy fur and like burnt whiskers and is missing a few teeth.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, meow.
I'm just basically nod my head and smile.
Yeah.
But
You
like,
feeling all right, buddy?
I'm still like actively holding my breath, which is like explaining my constitution save. I haven't taken a big deep breath in
You
yet.
need to breathe, man. You gotta breathe.
And he's like, he's gonna pet you, and while he's patting your back, he's gonna like start coughing up a hairball.
All right, I'm gonna be forced to take a deep breath in and roll another con. Oh, the exact same thing.
You got a 14 again?
No, as the other roll. It's a 19 plus 7.
Oh, that's great. So
26,
you're you breathe and
Primed.
Hey, man, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Oh, my.
It's not as bad as I thought. Once you get used to the patchouli, I guess everything else just kind of smells all right.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I spent a little bit of time huffing the gas, so it's nothing for me. My name's Scuba Steve. They call me that because I used to come equipped with a tank.
We had a tank at one point ourselves.
Oh man, that's what happened to it? And you see his eyes kind of go wide, like he's like, "You had a tank, huh?"
It was taken by a witch in a trunk.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. If I had a tank for every time my tank got taken by a witch in a trunk, you know what I mean?
You haven't by chance seen a witch in a trunk?
No, I gave up the gas when I found Billy Bison and started on the road to find the good book.
What's the deal with this fella?
Billy Bison? Well, you know, he's like the leader of our little family. We're a family, and he leads us, and he's gonna take us to the gathering, and we're gonna probably find a book there. That's what he said, the good book.
What kind of the good book? Is this like a religious text?
Oh, I think very much so. It's like we're kind of like a religious family, but not too. It's like we're spiritual. And he puts his hands in the air, kind of does like a rainbow. Like when SpongeBob does the rainbow.
I'm just gonna wrap it with like, I appreciate y'all picking us up, and do unto others, says the good book I hear. And Elijah's gonna take a look around, and I'd like to just perceive if are these people wearing like similar outfits? Is there a culty vibe?
Oh yeah, you don't have to roll for it. There is a big time culty vibe.
culty
Yeah, they're
vibe.
all wearing similar outfits except for your three friends who are kind of sequestered in the back, and you notice that there's seats open next to them. Nobody's sitting near them.
So if Elijah knows anything about a farm cult, he's gonna know to just be thankful. I'm trapped on a bus with him. I'm gonna look forward, and we're just gonna ride until we stop somewhere.
Yeah, Xandor knows about this kind of situation too. He would push the group kind of towards the back if possible.
As soon as Norland makes eye contact with anyone in the crew, he starts frantically waving his arms in a very obvious manner. Also, there is a high-pitched whining he is emitting.
What does that sound like? So Granny Glenda, you are approaching this whining dog.
Yeah, so Granny Glenda's gonna take one look at all that and sit next to Brody or Remy Riz instead.
All right.
And be like, what in the actual world are you guys doing with these fucking wooks?
I'm telling you, man, this place is a fucking hellscape. It's. I've seen this once before. There was Kool-Aid involved. It's pretty bad. But for right now, we didn't know what else to do, so we're just kind of going along with it.
Norland is going to scoop up Granny Glenda in a grapple and give her a really, really strong hug and kind of whimper into her neck.
All right. So roll an athletics, contested athletics roll to see if you're able to grapple Granny Glenda.
As you can see, we've been through it, man. It's been pretty heavy.
Norland, Remy, Brody, how you guys doing? You good?
I rolled a 15 to grapple Granny Glenda.
I got an 8.
Okay, so Glenda, how do you react as you're getting grappled?
Yeah, so Granny Glenda's very alarmed at first. And she's gonna be like, young man, don't you know to respect your elders? You have to ask for permission before you grapple me like that, sonny.
I apologize, Granny. I was just so excited to see a friendly face. I lost control of my emotions. It has been a harrowing journey since I last saw you. I have learned so much.
Well, you just calm down next time, and why don't you guys go ahead and tell us what happened?
We journeyed through the dark and we ran into my master. At first I was overjoyed, but then as we continued to journey through the tunnels, I discovered a dead body of a dog man, much like myself, with a similar name tag. This was obviously another Norland that my master had created. I have yet to get my master alone to question him about this, but my entire worldview is in smithereens.
Like I said, really heavy, man. And I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't have seen the tags myself. But, well, I guess we're just trying to figure out where all this leads. What is this good book? We can't... It seems to be what all these people talk about, man. It's crazy.
Elijah, haven't you had a really fun book in the past? Do you think this good book is the same book that you used to have?
I don't want to, guess that right away, but yeah, I think we should just keep riding and see where this takes us. But if these dudes get weird, don't hesitate.
They are very smelly, but they are very, very kind. In a very alarming manner, in point of fact. They are so friendly, it is off-putting. Have you ever met someone like that? As he says that, he's like leaning like into Elijah, and they're literally like touching wet noses right now.
Why, yes, I have.
As you guys catch up and discuss how Norland, Remy, and Brody ended up encountering Billy Bison and the Bison family in the tunnels and accompanying them back to the surface for reasons of reconnaissance, Billy Bison grabs some sort of intercom from near where he is piloting the large bus.
All right now, y'all. This is Billy Bison talking to y'all through the speaker intercoms. Now, we're getting closer and closer to the gathering where we're going to find that good book. Now, I want y'all to help us get into a spirit of celebration and giving and blessing. And what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to sing. And we're all going to sing now. And Billy begins to sing a rendition of Kumbaya that is familiar but foreign in some sort of a way.
Xantor loves the shit out of this. He joins right in.
Yeah, Norland actually starts howling.
That's right, y'all. Feel the spirit now.
It's like this all the time. Just go with it. Kumbaya.
I would rather jump out of this fucking window.
I know he is a liar, but he is just so charming.
That's right, y'all. I love to hear the spirit rolling through you. Now, we're almost there. All right, y'all. Now, when we arrive, I want to need a few of y'all to accompany me into the heart of the gathering where we're going to meet with these folks here and speak to them about the truth of the good book and how we can help them unlock the secrets of eternal life and immortality and the transition between worlds. Now, I want to have to ask that perhaps those travelers from beyond join us while my original family members, the good Bison family, well, you know what they say. Y'all gotta stay here and set up the camp. And I'm gonna keep my friends close as we go inside the gathering.
And you continue on with Billy Bison occasionally putting messages through the intercom system on the bus, occasionally breaking out into song. The stench is nearly unbearable. For about an hour and a half, you travel in this way until you take a hard right onto an unmarked dirt road. And outside of the bus, looking out the windows, you begin to notice ribbons of various colors tied on the trees. And at first it seems a chaotic sort of way, but eventually a pattern becomes recognizable as the bus turns at every third green flag. These unmarked, dusty, bouncy dirt roads suddenly, inexplicably, are quite traveled, packed down, even rutted. And you begin to see other buses similar in style to yours in wagon train style off-road camps, colorful in their way, similar to the festivals you've been to, or perhaps the Burn, but dirtier, more permanent. The folks you see bear a striking resemblance to the Wooks you encountered. To trace Keenos, these would bear a striking resemblance to the Wooks you encountered when you first arrived in Loon. None of them are immediately identifiable, but in general, you get the impression you're surrounded not only by the cultish Bison family, but quite a few of these Wooks. The bus pulls to a stop near a sign that says Front Gate, and you notice a flock of the surliest, burliest, and loudest Wooks you have ever encountered, holding bottles of liquor slung on single fingers, sloshing drops of alcohol, and accosting travelers as they attempt to make their way on foot through the front gate. You approach. You are able to stand up on the bus, and Billy Bison beckons to you. All right, now, Norland, come here, buddy. Come here now. Let's talk. We're going to go. You and your friend's going to help me now. Is that all right?
Yes, Master. It's quite all right.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear, son. Now, that's what I like. You've always been such a good boy. Do you react when he calls you a good boy?
My eyes get huge and like watery in that Disney fashion. My ears kind of like fold back, and I like that tiny little smile curls up on my lips.
That's right, Norland. All right, get your friends. Come on, we gotta go in there now. Get them now.
And like he immediately gets like frantic and scrambles and like goes and like tackles Granny Glenda again and like picks her up and tries to bring her back.
That's right. Come on. Do you want to roll for this again?
Fight it. Yeah. Bitch slap you. Oh no. I rolled a 3 and I have -2, so I got 1.
Oh yeah, I got a 27.
Oh wait, I have advantage.
Okay, let's try again. Can you beat a 27?
Probably not. No way. I rolled a 3 again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Xandor would have assisted in the other way as well.
You're helping Norland?
Well, if Elijah was gonna, are you trying to stop Granny from
Is
going?
Granny like clearly unhappy, not wanting
Yeah,
to go?
she's yelling about bitch slapping him. I would imagine that's.
Well, I'm gonna, if I can, since I was a little ahead of him, I'm gonna stand up and kind of block the way of him trying to pull her.
All right. You guys can do a contested strength as well, as Norland, I imagine, is shoving past you.
What is it? Oh, strength.
Is it a straight strength roll?
Yes.
Dirty 20.
All right.
Critical 1.
Nat 1. So, Eli, how do you stop Norland?
I'm gonna like pinch like that part of the back of the dog's neck that like makes him go like limpy.
Norland, what does that sound like?
And lift him up a little bit and be like, "Where do you think you're going with my granny, buddy?"
Is there some sort of a problem back there, y'all? And Billy's going to walk up. Now, are you being rough with our friends here? Now, Norland, what have I told you? It is not appropriate to go grabbing folks without permission.
As soon as Charlie walks up on him in a negative way, he senses the energy and he like cowers down. And
Billy, but yes.
Yeah, Billy Boyson. He cowers down and he's like, and he's looking up at him, like, and he, like, very, very quietly, like, tries to, like, now slink away in a, like, he's invisible now.
Roll for stealth. While you're attempting to slink away, Billy is looking over the group and just smiling a toothy grin, and his crown of bison fur and horns is sitting proud atop his head, and his white suit shines a stark contrast to the dirty, wookish atmosphere around you. What was your stealth roll, Norland?
I rolled an 11.
He just kind of gives you a side eye as you glance away. It's not that he doesn't notice you leaving, but he just doesn't give it any attention as he addresses the rest of the group. Now, you fine folks, will you be accompanying me? I need your help. We got to get into this gathering.
Well,
All of us? Granny and myself?
Well, I can't rightly ask y'all to set up
kind of
camp.
like approach, maybe like keep like 8 feet distance and just be like, well, first of all, like, what do you need help with?
I need a contingent. You know what I'm saying? I need a retinue. I need a posse to accompany me into the gathering. What I'm saying is, if you come with me, I'll look cool and better, and they'll be more likely to share the secrets of the good book, and they'll hear my spiritual teachings, and they'll know that I am a prophet come to speak to them of the news of the good world-changing events that will be coming. I'm proud. I'm ravenous. I'm filled with passion about this. I'm going to be a voice of the gods themselves, but I need your help. And together, well, you know, we could. Of course, I'm going to be good to those people who helped me along the way. Now, didn't you folks have some sort of a reason to be here anyways? Like, you're going into this gathering, and well, I gave you a ride. The least you could do is come with me.
we are going into this gathering, but you know what would sound really nice, dearie, is if we did help you, maybe we would get to hold that good book you're talking about for a little bit.
He looks at you and just smiles. He says, well, of course, everybody's going to get a chance with a good book.
Maybe in a room alone for a moment. I mean, I am an old woman, you know, I have such connections with these things.
He gestures around. He says, this is not my domain. We will have to go in there and bargain with these good people. This is, the Bison family answers to me, but the gathering is a beast unto itself.
I would like to be part of this retinue.
Mount up, Trace Keenos, and the Tunnel Dwellers.
Well, I mean, it's a... Did you hear those words he said?
I agree.
Good to see you,
Trace
Remy.
Keenos and the Tunnel Dwellers.
Kisses.
Now, that's got a ring to it, right? Just like Billy Bison's bus family. Now, y'all are Trace Keenos and the Tunnel Dwellers. That's got a nice tickle of the tongue. Now, y'all, come on, let's go walk arm in arm, metaphorically speaking, of course, so that we can get past these piratey bastards that occupy the front gate of this thing they call the gathering. Why, it's almost like a chakra of the human spirit, going from the deep reds to the cozy blues. As you travel through this gathering, I warn you, these folks around the outside are the roughest and tumblest of the Wooks.
My master, I won't let anyone hurt you. You know this, right? You know that I would never let
You're
anybody
such a
hurt
good
you.
boy, and he gives you like a pet, and it goes a little awkwardly low down your back, like he like goes really low.
Yeah, Xantor knows that this is like, this is his master, this is our boy's master, and that he's a good boy. And like so Xantor is like totally in love with this guy, and would get off the bus and kind of at this point be like, okay, unless anybody else like stopped him, unless his party, he'd be like saying
Oh,
yes to
good
his
bug
party.
man, you seem
Why
like the
not?
voice of reason.
Why not?
What is your name, Mr. Bug Person?
Hold on, Billy Bean.
Oh, okay.
Billy, hold on, Bison Man.
And he's like looking at his party, and he's like,
What, man, guys? Like, what's?
I think we should
Bro,
go along with it.
You guys been on the bus with these guys, like Remy, Norland. Well, look at Norland. I mean, he's obviously a good boy. This is what he's always wanted, right?
Can Billy hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I mean,
Yeah, he's right there. We're not whispering.
I was
This
trying to
happens a lot.
introduce myself to this guy. He said no to me. It's a strange vibe you
Excuse
give.
me, Billy.
I thought you.
We believe in the honorable sidebar, and most of the time...
I'll give you some
most of
privacy.
the
I'm going
time
to just
we're
turn
hurt.
around.
Yeah, we're deciding if we're gonna join your compound.
Don't talk to me if you don't want me to listen.
Well, you're all got your head. Are you?
I'm leaving. I just said I was.
Take some few
Sir?
more steps. A few more steps.
All right.
We're still literally having a
Earmuffs.
conversation. Anyway, team.
La la la
And he
la
just-
la la la.
Like Xandor's
Hey, I think
all
we're-
4 arms, like trying to block the sound somehow.
He just needs some muscle. We'll help him out. He'll owe us one, and we'll get in here nonetheless. And we just gotta, buck up a little bit when we get out here.
Yeah.
Puff your chest
Look,
out.
He's super. He might be God.
Maybe
I'm super interested in this
a little
book,
Barbie.
man. It sounds pretty mysterious, but
Through our travels, we will sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Gripping your pillow tight, he says as he walks back up. Now, have you guys reached a deliberation?
Billy, please. Please.
Yeah, Xandor, you can tell him.
Please.
You can
Just
tell
take
me.
a few steps back. You're all right. This is a life. Do you want us for life, right?
He's just smiling and he's looking at you.
Okay,
Now, this
Billy.
don't need to be no lifelong commitment now. I'm just talking about walking.
We don't have the keys to the bus, buddy. We're not going to drive off, right? Unless you want to hand them to me. And he reaches out 2 of his hands towards Billy.
Sir, you wait.
Okay, then please allow my friends and I a few moments to have a brief conversation before we decide.
I thought
to
you had
join
reached a
your-
conclusion.
We have not.
He looks towards the rest of the group. Like, have you reached a conclusion?
Yeah, I think we're.
we
We're
have.
good.
We're
We're
good.
good. We're good.
I think we're doing
Hey,
it.
Billy! He turns around and tries to hug Billy.
Billy
God,
Billy
Santor.
embraces you, smiling
God,
like
he smells so good. Does he smell good?
he smells really good.
Fuck yeah.
He's like somehow clean
Xandor
and
loves this
perfumed.
guy.
He's
Yeah,
like,
and he's a good boy. And he looks over at Norland. He's like, Norland's a good boy. Like Norland's good boy.
Norland immediately joins their hug.
says, "Are you a good boy too? What is your name, good
My name's
boy?"
Xantor, sir.
Xantor the good boy, and he gives you a pet down the back like he does.
Yeah, I like your bus, man. Thanks for picking us up, bro.
Yeah.
Like we have love. Like,
All right,
I've been
note
looking
to
for
the
love.
group: this is not how you look intimidating.
No, but they're badasses. I mean, look at them. They're all dressed
You
the
guys
same.
get your petsies out while we're on the bus, but when we
Yeah.
get out there, it's it's bulldog time.
All right, y'all.
Bulldog.
Now let's go take a walk, shall we? And Billy is gonna just sort of saunter forward out of the bus down the aisle and take a step down the stairs out. And as he's take 1 foot out of the bus, 1 foot still on the stairs, he leans back and sort of turns his head towards y'all. Come on now, y'all, let's get going. And he's going to start walking towards the front gate. And in a few moments, you actually lose him in the thick crowd of Wooks.
do they walk a certain way? Do they group their groups? Like, do they have a certain, like, way that they...
Well, the rest of the crew is all kind of tending to the bus, getting supplies off the top of it, setting up tents around the bus. You can see that, like, their little village or whatever it is going to exist outside of the gathering here around the bus. And all of the locals to the crew are just working there. He does have an iconic walk. He's wearing a white suit. He's not gonna be hard to find.
And you said he's
anything.
like cleaner.
Yeah.
So he's got a particular smell to him. I'm wondering if me and especially his
Big time.
dog can like
Yeah.
smell him out and stay
yeah,
with him.
Yeah, you guys haven't completely lost him or anything. It's just an attempt to illustrate how thick the crowd is.
Gotcha.
He's waiting for you guys as well.
Okay.
So you're not like gonna lose him, but there's that many people there that he's walking with purpose, and you're gonna have to move with purpose to keep up with him.
Gotcha.
I apologize for my behavior around him. I know he has lied to me, but I cannot resist his charms. He is just the best master.
Yeah, you called him a liar on the bus. I didn't want to say anything in front of him, but like, what's up? Is he cool or is he not cool?
Well, when he is not around, I am quite disgruntled with him, but as soon as I see him, it just seems to fade away. I feel like I should poop in his bus seat.
Yeah.
I agree.
I want to try to like, I guess as the group's going, I imagine like Norland's taking lead, and like Xantor being, you gonna be up in the front with Norland.
Xandor's gonna be towards the back.
Towards the back?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
still a little unsure.
And then so I'm gonna like Norland, and then I'm gonna have Remy and Brody, like my eye on them with Granny on my back and the baby Bjorn, And then I guess Xantor got the anchor.
Yeah, I'm looking at the crew as well.
As we're making our way, we got it. Yeah,
You're kind of moving as a cluster.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to kind of make that happen, like as in a way to like assert to them that we need to get moving and follow him. Like,
and you do. You push through the crowd and you see that Billy's waiting not too far ahead. He's looking back for you, and once you catch up with him, you become a sort of amorphous blob of people amidst people, and you move with purpose through the crowd of like pirate-like folks of all different species.
Oh, Master Billy, I was just so scared when you left. It seemed like you were gone forever.
Now, Norman,
again,
you
for
gotta
years.
keep up now.
I was frantic.
Are you talking about just now when I got off the bus?
Yes, when you disappeared into
Boy,
the
now
crowd.
you need to get your shit together. You acting like a teenager now. You ain't no little pup no more. I'm gonna need you to act like the grown man that you are.
You're a good boy, darling.
he's talking funny.
Norlin is still obviously excited at the presence of his master again, but like he's still he's doing like little tippy taps with his feet while he's like also bowing his head.
It's all right, boy. It's all right. Now, Master's here. I'm gonna help you be good now, and he gives you pets and stuff. And you guys, he turns. He says, "Now let's get moving, y'all. Now look at this pitiful son of a." And before he could finish anything, he's sort of pointing with a limp hand at a gentleman in a trench coat and a hat who is nursing a bottle of alcohol, sitting not far from the gate. And you can see that a few Wooks are poking him with sticks, and he's just sort of ignoring it. And instead he looks up and slugs another drink from his bottle. And that's what it is, I guess. He just sits there and he sighs and he...
We're just walking past him? Are we just walking past him? That's what we're doing?
No, Granny Glinda's gonna hop out of the baby Bjorn and
17 for perception.
Why? He's just another bum on the side.
Eli notices that Harry Frills is sitting over by the gate, and Granny Glinda jumps to go greet her dear friend.
Norlin's like trotting after her, trying to like catch up, kind of bouncing a little bit and bounding behind her.
Assist Granny's jump because she's in the baby Bjorn. I'm gonna feel her like squatting down, and I'm gonna squat down. It's gonna be like a double jump effect. Like I launch her in the direction that she wants to go.
It's like woo!
Yeah, she gets to do some front
roll for acrobatics.
Directly into the arms of Harry.
Oh wait, that's you.
That's gonna be 26.
So with your 26, you describe how this goes. Harry is sitting in a drunken pile on the ground near the makeshift gate to this forest gathering.
So very much like cartoon style. Both Elijah and I crouch at the same time, and as we both get launched into the air, I obviously go further and do a couple of flips.
I whisper, "Go get your man."
Oh, yeah. Do a couple of flips and land directly into his arms, replacing the bottle of alcohol that was once there.
He goes to drink the bottle and instead lifts your head up to his, and your eyes meet, and he says, "Glinda, what are you doing here, doll?" And he's like, and he's like Caesar in his lap. He tries to straighten up. He's, "Guys, I can't. Lord, I'm a little beside myself." And your weight is pressing against his gut, and he's been sitting here drinking for some time. You don't know how long, and he, "Oh, Glinda," I'm sorry. And he is going to vomit in next to him. The Wooks that were previously poking with a stick sort of laugh and chuckle and walk away. He's like, "Hey, you fucking drunk." The guy, they don't let you drink in this place, man. It's no fucking good here. And I lost you. After what Xantor did, I'm so confused.
Xantor's just like looking at all this happen, like, what the fuck is this? He's towards the back of the group, so he's like, he's not even sure if this is what he thinks he sees. Like Granny laying in the lap of some bum puking on him. He's just like, what is going on? He's like slowly walking up, and then yeah, he thinks it's detective, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's just like, what is going on?
Yeah, fucking Xantor, you piece of shit.
Dude, bro,
I'm gonna wave the rest of the
Granny,
group over.
what are you doing? What are y'all doing with this? Who is that? Who
What do you mean, who is it? Xantor, it's fucking you.
Harry? Harry, what the fuck are you doing here, bro?
God, I can't. Ever since what you did.
Get up. Is there he looks around for like a hose or something?
Yeah, of course you're looking for hose, you fucking.
Yeah. I thought you were looking for hose. That's where we left you, right? Weren't you doing your job, handling business? You know, everybody's doing their thing. We're all taking care of business.
Listen, I don't want to. Awesome. Don't make me talk to
They
him right
left
now.
us after you shot a fucking cop in the head, and they kicked us out of our party.
Yeah, me, you, and Elijah. Not the boss man here. What happened to you, man? Did you lose your job?
They won't.
He looks down at him.
I tried to get in, you know, like everybody else is in there.
They kicked you out too?
They didn't kick me out. Right? Like you
never
can't.
killed a cop
There's rules in this fucking place, okay? Like just like you know like there's rules, okay? You
Seems
can't.
like you got more problems than being alone. Have you been hitting the bottle a little bit, Harry?
I've been getting drunk. It's not a secret. Why am I talking to you?
Why aren't you talking to me?
I don't want to listen. Is it like Glenn?
We have a whole crew. Join us. Come on, we'll take care of you. We'll get something to drink, get you washed up.
I'm going to. My hands are going to start to glow. I'm going to lay hands on him, and I'm going to purify the toxins out of his.
Oh, and you see him kind of blink, and he's like, "What the fuck? Yo, what's this?"
We love
you,
Harry.
Have I met you before, bro?
Norland, that was pretty amazing, man.
My name,
Harry.
Harry
This is
Frills.
Norland.
Norland. Yeah, Glenda
knows
told
these
me
guys,
about
right?
these guys.
Harry
Like, you was in the tunnels, huh?
You never met Remy?
That's right.
I don't remember. A lot of things that happened.
He
It's hard to
showed up.
keep track.
He showed up at the end when they had already gotten taken back into the tunnels. He showed up in his jalopy car.
Oh, shit. You're safe now, brother. You're safe. Like, he tries to embrace him. And
He's like pushing away from you. Like he's not like pushing hard. He's not like punching you, but he's just like.
doing? We saved Hose again.
Listen, I need time, bro. You've.
Yeah, I get it.
Could you show some remorse?
I get it.
Like, do you have any remorse? That's what I want to know. Like, I've been sitting here drinking because one of my best friends just fucking shot a cop in the head, and to me, that's like shooting me in the head. Okay, so what's going on? Do you
I know
even
it's
feel
terrible
bad?
timing, but we
You're a cop.
have a pretty strong ass crew with us right now. With between Norland here and Brody, this Brody here, he's very familiar with the different.
Come on, y'all, we got
festivals
to
and tours.
get going. Is there some sort of a bum here or something? And you see, as you're explaining the strong crew to Harry, Billy walks up. He says, like, so what are we waiting for here? Is this bum in our party now?
Yeah, he's number 7.
Yeah, he'll be in our party.
This is Harry Thrills, and also this is Remy Riz. Remy Riz is sort of a female friend of mine.
Oh, you're saying
That's about as far as I'll go. With
like how I kind of was, I'm trying to be a good female friend with Glenda over there. Is that what you got going on?
I mean, we've only got to hang out for like a
cleaned
few hours total because the Earth Lune keeps sucking her up
Yeah, I
and
understand.
spitting her out. But
That's like one of them Urban Dictionary things, huh?
yeah, I get, you read into it how you want.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
like each other, and I like Remy grabs Elijah's arm,
Yeah.
and, feels him up.
That's great, you guys. Listen, I guess I'm not drunk anymore, and I think that's great. Thank you, Norland. Remy, it's lovely to meet you. I hope you guys
Nice to meet
have a good relationship or whatever's. I imagine you guys is from the past. Brody, we've met before. It's from that one burn at one time 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking for the dames. You helped me out with a couple, I said, well, we're not going to talk about what you helped me out with, but you that guy, you always got it. You're a good friend.
Whatever you need, man, you know it.
Brody. Hey, so you guys know that's Billy Bison, right? Like, you're running with Billy Bison?
He is my master. He tells me I'm a good boy.
Northern, you are a good boy, but that guy is a fucking schmuck.
I would suggest you possibly might want to use more polite terms. I am getting a little upset.
Norland,
Hey, you're my boy. We just met. I want to be cool, so
We talked
I
about this,
am
man.
sorry.
Just breathe.
Remember, there was abuse.
This is a very confusing time for me. I have been very angry at him, but now, upon seeing him, a lot of old feelings are coming back.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Well,
He gave us a ride off the side of the road, so we're helping him out. And we figured it benefits us either way because we got to get in this place. And if we're showing some strength, we might as well get in this place with a little bit of a strength.
Hey, the truth is, once we get past this front gate, all right, there's gonna be a lot of people heckling us, but I don't think we're gonna have any troubles as we get in. And it's like it's like this, right? Like the gathering, like you can't, all the people that drink and do bad stuff hang out on the outside, and they're kind of like a protective layer for everybody on the inside. Our friends are in there doing some trading, they're playing some games, so there's all sorts of camps in there. It's a good time. Let's go. Fuck it, let's go. Let's go. What's that? Yeah, that's why I'm here. You know, I tried to get in, but I was fucking smashed. They wouldn't let me through the gate. And you see, as you approach the gate, there's like young women with like flowers in their hair, and like dog folks and monkey folks and all sorts of different people, all flower children out with flowing gowns and large poofy t-shirts and multiple colors, and accompanying every flower child is a large, aggressive, almost like Heaven's Devil looking enforcer type individual, walking around the outside of this gathering. It's a dichotomous thing to see them together, but you notice that the gate is manned by several of these style people. And as you walk up, Wooks are poking at you, asking like, "Hey, joke for a smoke? Like, you got something for the kickdown? Hey, loving you, fam." You hear these things repeated over and over. "Joke for a smoke? We need your tobacco. You guys got any kickdowns?"
As Norlin is like being confronted by this, he like, it's sort of like that scene from Airplane where like as people like are approaching him, he's just like karate chopping and like sweeping their legs out, or like grabbing their arm and like shoulder throwing them like very casually as he's just continuously following Billy.
So as you do that, one of the flower children with the enforcers walks up to you, and this large, like ogre-sized individual puts their hand on your shoulder and says, "No violence allowed here at the gathering." And how do you react?
Just breathe, man. We talked about this.
When you say he put his hand on my shoulder, is he like grabbing me?
It's a calm hand. It is also a hand that is the size of your head. It is a huge individual that is just like as calmly and respectfully as they can, trying to get your attention, let you know you can't touch people like that.
I immediately start cowering a little bit and whimpering, and I apologize because I assume I am being a bad boy.
Now, Norlin, have you upset the locals? Don't be a bad dog.
And like he completely like just like falls to his back and turns belly up.
I'm sorry about Norlin. Now, I promise we won't start anything. Now, listen, y'all, we can't be the instigators here. They got rules at this place. Now, no being belligerent once we're on the inside. Let's make our way through the gate peacefully and calmly, and don't do no accosting of the locals, all right? And Billy begins his walk once more towards the gate. As you pass through the gate, the watchful eyes of flower children looks upon you. You find yourself on a path in the woods, winding in its way, leading to a plurality of camps. It seems that there are people going to and fro all over, more than you would expect to see in the middle of a forest in the middle of nowhere. Hundreds of individuals have made camps, tied tarps in the sky, made nets of rope that they play and perform in like trapeze and hammocks flying high in the sky. As you journey through the colorful, decorated woods, you pass by a series of camps that seem to have a bit more purpose, and you have the opportunity to turn either right or left.
What time of day is it right now?
It is like midday. Do you guys choose to go right on the path or left?
What are the markers? Any markers going?
There's actually no markers. There's just paths through and there's people walking around. You could ask somebody, like what's going on, where you're at.
Where are we trying to get to?
Now, what I'm trying to get to is the book, but from what I understand, we're looking for the main circle, and I think all roads lead to Rome, so to speak. It's just a matter of which way we go to get there.
What's in front of us is like a wall or like a shrub. Like
Shrubs. I mean, we could walk through. We could walk straight, but
I make my own back.
that is definitely an option. And you see that across the path there are multiple trails, and the paths most traveled are obvious, but you see individuals walking on less obvious paths and yelling to one another, "Hey, you found a ninja trail! Cool!" Yeah, I think it's like part of the culture here. Like, you want to be the one to make a path. That's cool. If we're looking for main circle, I recommend there's a huge fire pit there, right? That's where they do the big meals. So, roll for perception.
Very good. 10.
I got a 15.
19.
17. 21.
All right, Xantor, you see that there are lots of plumes of fire going into the sky, but there's one largest plume that is forward and to the right of your current location, and it does look like the path to the right bends towards that fire.
All right, he just looks up and notices it. He doesn't say anything.
Who was somebody had a 19? You would notice the same thing.
He tells us to go that way.
Are we? What? We're trying to find the main circle, boss man. And he looks over at the Norland's dad.
Yeah, I don't.
Billy.
The thing is I don't really know how to get around this place, but I'm sure one of you brave adventurers, did you happen to notice a large plume of smoke?
And a ranger. I mean, yeah, there's smoke over there.
Yeah,
You
let's
just
go
look
to
up.
the right.
Yeah, I mean, look, there it is. He points it out.
All right, so you guys take the path to the right.
All the rest of the party's just over there, like, looking down and straight forward.
My head's in a bush.
And we're like, look, it's up there.
So you guys turn right down the path and find that it does curve around, taking you towards a large open clearing. As you travel towards the open clearing, there are multiple camps, much like the theme camps at the burn. You notice groups of individuals making food in small makeshift kitchens. You see people playing games with dice and cards at tables made of turnt logs. You see before you an open field with a large circle. To your right, before the circle, an opening in the woods has dozens of individuals with trading blankets, and even more individuals walking around the paths, looking at the wares offered, perusing the tradables. Now, I need to tell you guys, all right, this is like a trade-only place. Don't try to pull out no money here, but there's Trade Circle, and hey, look, there's that Jimmy. That's your boy Jimmy Jam. I'm pretty sure, right? Like that's him. He's like that Weasley dude. And oh shit, that's you see him kind of turn red. There's King and Penny and everybody. So I just waved at them. So you see that they've noticed you, and Harry is like kind of looking from group to group. He's like, "Should we go say something?" Like,
Xantor, yeah, maybe now's your time.
Hey, King, everybody!
Oh.
He like waves at him. What's up, guys? We caught up.
Been a little softer with that.
Huh?
you see King
Bro, these
kind of
are our bros, man. Yeah, they
munder.
fucked up. Look, Elijah, Granny, everybody. Hey, I don't know if I told you guys, Remy, Norland, Brody, I shot a cop, and I lied about it. No big deal. It's, they might be a little mad at me, so if they do come over here, like, they might be kind of pissed
A
off.
little mad?
Well,
That sounds pretty.
Look at the heat's on me. I've broken
shot
out
a cop.
3 gels already. Like, it's not a big deal.
It's a
good.
big deal to us.
It was the way he did it, the
Xantor.
enthusiasm he had behind
I
it,
did
with
have
the
a lot
with the
of it.
bathtub crank running through his veins,
It was
and his
not,
eyes
it
were
was a
bulging.
rhino serum injectable.
I was
that
right
we had.
underneath
It
him. I
was
saw.
something to be injected. It was in a vial that was injectable.
I will never see you the same.
He was in like a berserker state. It was
I
pretty
did
nuts.
get a I did turn into a bit of a blend.
You are trash.
Neither here nor there. I'm a bug. I mean, what do you expect?
Okay, man.
So as you
Nobody's
attempt
killed a
to...
cop. He looks around. None of y'all have ever killed a pig before. We call him.
Hey!
What?
Bro, we've talked about this. I was a beat cop before I became a PI, okay?
Like, that literally just dawns on Xantor. He's like, PI, like, you were a pig, though? Like, PI...
The private investigator is literally the opposite of a pig, like a cop. That's what you're talking about, the beat cop in Yamaya. But yeah, that was my backstory. I said it in the first episode that you encountered me. I was like, yeah, I'm a beat cop in Yamaya that was like, I can't get my shit done. I need to save these dames, so I became a porn detective.
Which is why you're so hurt by me killing one of your brethren.
Don't
It's the
blame
fraternal
Xantor
order.
for your bad decision.
Oh.
He didn't make-
Thanks, Elijah.
I got your back, buddy.
I am not on
do
Xantor's
love you.
side.
We do love you. I forget your name often, but like.
Do not
detective-
try to turn this
you're the
on me
detective.
like I did something wrong by being who I am. You
Well,
were
you're
just
drunk.
admitting to what you did.
We're on a bus and one people are
These cops were obviously crooked because they were, chasing us and trying to get us,
Exactly.
and probably would have tried to kill us.
Any cop that's trying to
I
get
don't
Xantor
trust
is a
anybody
crooked
chasing
cop.
me.
That's what I've always
Yeah,
said.
I agree.
You guys are just making stuff up. You were just in the middle of apologizing. Like you were this close to showing remorse and moving
Well,
on
you're
from this
hollering at
fucking
King, and I
scenario.
was telling you that it might be a little touchy between us, and then letting the guys know. You guys are cool with old Zanny killing a pig or two, huh?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
not
want
really,
to
man.
kill you.
No, not
That's,
really at all.
We're not murderers, dog.
That's pretty dark.
I think it sounds like you need some professional help, man.
Oh.
We've killed a lot of people. I mean,
Thank you, Elijah. Remy, come on, Remy.
people's people.
Well, anyway, I apologize. Harry Thrills, I apologize.
My
I
name's
hate
Harry
your
Frills.
actions, and I no longer trust you.
Frills. It's not Thrills. Thrills is my pistol's name. I'm Frills. With a
I know
F.
they're there to uphold the law, but sometimes they can be bad too, and they are in the game. And
Elijah, we all know what happened. We were all there. You just were talking about the bloodlust with which he enacted this. You're switching on a dime because you like your boy.
I just felt bad. He was.
I
getting
understand.
ganged up
You're
on.
getting ganged up on because he did something bad.
You're bad,
He
Xantor.
needs to feel
He's
remorse.
not bad, but his actions were, and if he would show
It was a
remorse, then
bad
maybe.
decision.
And it's
It was a
like,
bad decision.
as
See?
you guys are talking about
admit
all
it.
of this, and as Xantor says, it was a bad decision, you guys look up, and King Kenzie is standing over you, almost looming. He's like, hello, Xantor.
It was a bad decision. Fuck, he's right behind me, huh? He looks at...
He is right behind you. He's like standing over your shoulder, and he says, he grabs you. He grabs your shoulder, and sort of turns you around and holds you in both arms, and then just pulls you in for a hug, like real tight. Do you let him hug you? Xantor.
He's like slightly shaking, I think.
Yeah, and because King Kenzie's huge. He is a big fucking lion, dude.
He's
and
probably squeezing pretty hard, huh?
He's squeezing you hard, but it is hard to tell. Like he's letting something out here, but he says into your ear. He says, "You crazy motherfucker! There will be no one more chance." But I could see how perhaps I may have overreacted. In the midst of all of this, we should have at least spoken. I know what things were like in the time before. You must know, you cannot murder now. You've created something harder for us. You've made what they said about us true, and it was not true before.
Norland joins the hug.
Who is...
He's a good boy. Just let him in. Just let him in.
Norland, why are you here? I see that you found the tunnel travelers. There will be time to reconcile, Xantor. At least we can hope.
Yeah, Xantor, stay silent.
Good.
Well, dang, y'all. And Jimmy Jim James walks over. He says, that's pretty crazy. Y'all seem to be going through some heavy stuff. I'm just over here. Y'all know I'm wheeling and dealing as per usual. And, well, yeah, it's so good to see you, Eli.
It's an emotional goddamn time.
Yeah, it's emotional time for sure. Because, well, I mean, King has filled me in on what happened. And it sounds like Xantor done crossed the line like he did in my shop when he tried to pickpocket my customers.
He is what you call a habitual line stepper.
Yeah, that's definitely what he is a habitual line stepper. It's a goddamn good. He's so entertaining. We got to keep him around. We wouldn't want to lose him, but for the love of Christ, he needs to just, yeah, well, and it sounds like he's finally showing remorse for his actions, which is really when
I just had to support him. He just needed somebody to pretend to be on his side, and then he realized that he was wrong.
Well, that's a good thing. That's
very
a nice strategy.
If he's on his own.
I understand that, and you allowed him the space to feel like he was wrong. And I was telling King Kenzie the same thing. I said, if you just admit to Xantor that maybe you were a little bit intense, he was definitely intense. He needs to be able to admit that. So you got to show that it's an option.
I think we're all good now, though. King seems to be all right.
So Jimmy Jam looks around. He's like, well, that's just great. Hey, if any of you guys need anything, you know where to find me. I'm right over here. And you go and you see that he has like his whole shop is set up on a blanket, and he has all sorts of different trinkets and upgrades and baubles and doodads. If anybody needed to pick up anything as you passed by the trade circle.
I could use some healing potions.
Well, the thing about this place is you can't use any of your bucks, so you're going to have to trade something.
Can you point me in the direction of the nearest outhouse?
Well, they don't have outhouses here. What they have are
community holes.
Holes in the ground. Yeah, and there's one, well, if you follow and you see that there's little toilet paper bundles hung like flags from the trees, and you say, you just follow those flags. They'll take you there.
I'm going to go relieve myself.
So Elijah's going to go to the restroom. Granny's going to go to the trade circle to look for potions. And you find that he does have the superior healing potions, the big ones, the good ones. But you're going to have to trade something for it. So what do you have that you'll trade for some healing potions?
I have a dagger.
Well, I do declare that's a very nice dagger. I suppose I would take that if it was something that, well, I don't know. Yeah, you know what, Glenda? You're probably going to need some potions. So here you go. I'll trade you 3 superior healing potions for that dagger you have there.
Why, thank you very much, Jimmy Jam.
Yeah, and let's look up those superior healing potions, make sure we're on point with what they do. So, you see that Billy Bison is kind of tapping his foot, getting a little impatient. Those do 8d4 plus 8 hit points for superior. All right, now, y'all, if you don't come on, I'm going to leave without you, and you're going to miss the great transcendence and experience of seeing me get this good book now.
Man, y'all wouldn't believe it, man. Somebody was eating a sandwich right next to the crapper hole. It was disgusting.
What in the hell are you talking about now?
I just got back from the pooper.
Oh, Lord.
Somebody was eating a sandwich right next to the crapper hole, the community crapper hole. So everyone's just crapping.
Did you finish the sandwich?
No, he was eating. He was just eating.
What kind?
I didn't ask what kind of sandwich it was. I just thought it was gross. He was eating so close to the crapper hole.
At least he wasn't on the crapper hole.
He wasn't on it, but it was close enough that it was in the air.
My species poops small little spheres.
I don't think I've ever seen you poop, Xantor.
I don't poop often.
You have to hit me up next time.
I will.
Are y'all done talking about your bowel movements, and can't we continue?
I'd like to shop with Jimmy Jam if we have a minute.
Well, Xantor, you gonna spend some money this time? Well, you can't spend money.
I can't spend money, but I have an old mall that I could trade them for.
All right. What do you want? Just some potions?
Yeah, one of the potions would be nice, and some metal that explodes.
You want
make into stuff? Just some kind of molten something.
You need some metal.
Yeah, some kind of cool metal.
Like explosive metal?
Sure.
I don't know that I have explosive metal, but I do have these harmonicas. You can melt them down. They're all made of brass and tin.
Sound great.
And so he gives you 3 harmonicas and a superior potion of healing in exchange for your maul.
There we go.
Would you happen to trade me if I gave you like a dagger for one of them healing potions?
Well, there were 3 according to what I did with Granny Glenda. She traded 1 dagger for 3 of them. or some harmonicas if you want. And you see he has like a shitload of harmonicas.
You're really pushing the harmonicas, aren't you?
That's what I do here is I play.
All right, give me a couple harmonicas and healing potion.
All right, he gives you a couple harmonicas, and he says, since, I could tell you didn't really want them harmonicas, I give you 2 healing potions and one harmonica.
Sounds good. Here's a dagger.
Well, I'm going to be weaponed up. If everybody else is all right, well, it's almost main circle time, so, well, dang. It's so hard. These voices are so similar. Dang! That's the difference. I got to be like, dang!
You're doing great.
You are.
Fantastic.
So, Jimmy Jams is like, after he's helped everybody that wants anything, if anybody else wants anything, speak now or forever hold your peace. Jimmy Jam's going to begin packing up, and you see that your friends Owlsley, King Kenzie, and Penny, and John Paul all are coming over. They're saying hi. We'll kind of like breeze through the hey, how do you do's. They're happy King has forgiven you, that Xantor's apologized, that Xantor's forgiven King. It seems like we're going to be able to move on a little bit from this. You move forward down the line as more and more people begin to gather, and you see flocks of maybe hundreds of Wooks walking towards this main circle field. The day has gotten later. It's mid-afternoon, approaching dinner time. And you see everyone begin to gather in a circle. And you see Billy Bison looking about frantically for something. You can't quite tell what, but you can tell that he's looking for something. Now, roll for perception. Everyone from Trace Keenos.
Bad. 4.
13.
18.
Granny Glinda, as your...
I said I'm looking the other direction and she's on my back.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. And you're able to see from your vantage point high on Elijah's back a familiar face that you haven't seen in almost a month since you first arrived in Lund. You see 2 familiar-looking figures. Well, familiar only in a sort of genetic way, because you've met their son, Kevin, the Catfolk, the Wook who led the Wooks, who originally borrowed Drake Farkslot in egg form, your grandson's ashes, and Elijah's book. As you look at the 2 people accompanying him who would appear to be his parents based on their appearances, you notice that they are holding between them a leather-bound tome, same in appearance to Elijah Woodstone's lost book.
Elijah, those fucking dirty Wooks have your book in their hands right now.
How far away are they?
They're probably about 60 yards away across this field, and there's a lot of people in between them. And you can see that they've got the book open, and they've begun chanting. And the fire that is in the middle of Main Circle is not actually a standard bonfire. As you begin to look at it, you see that they seem to be opening some sort of a portal to a place of flame. As they chant, the book glows, and it is obvious that the power is beyond their control. And as they chant, the portal shimmers in and out of existence. And once more, the Main Circle bonfire is simply a pile of wood. In frustration, you see them slam the book closed and turn and walk into the woods. In response, Billy, who has also noticed them, says, "Hot damn!" and begins to walk towards Kevin and his parents walking away with the book. He is no longer paying attention to your presence. It is obvious that Billy is no longer paying attention to the crew. How do you respond?
Follow him?
You guys gonna follow?
Absolutely, man. We gotta get that book.
I'm still following him, like bouncing behind him.
I told y'all that book is hard as hell to read.
As you guys follow him, you make it a short distance away from the main circle gathering, and the woods become thicker. You see that Kevin and his parents have recognized that they're being followed and are moving with quickness and not taking standard paths. How do you respond?
I'm gonna like put my arms out and hold the group, like, because they didn't see us, but they kind of sense that they're being followed.
Well, they're being followed by Billy, who is in front of you guys.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, Billy didn't sense that we were following him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Master, is that the book? Is that the book?
You're
Is that the
yelling
book
for
you
your
need?
master.
No.
So
Yeah, I get really excited.
Billy's going to turn around and he's going to say, "Hush now!" And a silence falls over the crew. And we're going to roll for initiative and pick up there next time on the next thrilling installment of Wooks and Warlocks.
Round and around in the tunnel when it's dark we go, searching through the rubble for what once was spark like a shout in the night. And the sight of the past, it can fill us with fear all night, though we know the wheel comes back after time. Oh, sweet time. And the soul will rise from the ashes. We will climb as we shout into the night. Let no man mute my battle cry.
Wooks and Warlocks features Anthony Ryan as Xanthor, the Bugfolk Ranger, Jesse Bennett as Granny Glenda, half Foxfolk Rogue, John Lombardi as Elijah Woodstone, the Elk Folk Wizard, and Trey Miller as Dungeon Master. Intro and outro feature the song Flight of the Phoenix by Tirefire. Recording and editing are completed in-house by the Wooks and Warlocks team, recording consultation provided by Adam Horwitz. You can find us online at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord under the name Wooks and Warlocks. Links can be found in the description. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Wooks and Warlocks, please contact us at wooksandwarlocks@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.
Dark clouds brewing a storm deep in the sky. Words spoken in anger, vibrate like a neon sign in the mind's eye, multiplied by time and time again. It's those we love that we lose when we struggle with what's inside, just hoping for hope, something to ward off the fright. And the soul will rise from the ashes.